Chosen one, the universe orchestrated this exact moment for you to finally understand the truth. You are making a name for yourself, and heaven itself chose you to take someone down, and that cosmic assignment is executing right now through every attack, every betrayal, every piece of seemingly random hatred that's been directed at your light, because none of it has been random at all. Every single attempt to destroy your reputation has been backfiring spectacularly. That person who's been running their mouth about you, trying to poison others against you before they even meet you, their plan is crumbling in real time. People are hearing their stories and then encountering you for themselves, only to discover that everything they were told was either completely false or twisted beyond recognition. The cognitive dissonance is so jarring that these same people are now becoming some of your strongest advocates, telling others, that person was completely wrong about them. There's a deeper game being played here, one that operates beyond the physical realm. Your enemies think they're fighting you, but they're actually fighting the force that chose you. Every lie they tell about you is being recorded in a cosmic ledger that will soon demand payment. Every manipulation they execute is being turned back on them with supernatural precision. They're discovering that when you wage war against someone heaven has marked for greatness, you're not just fighting that person, you're fighting the very fabric of divine justice itself. The reason this is happening to you specifically is because you were born with something that cannot be manufactured, bought or faked: authentic spiritual authority. This isn't about religion or specific beliefs. This is about a frequency you emit that makes pretenders and parasites extremely uncomfortable. Your very presence in a room shifts the energy in ways that make it impossible for deception to maintain its grip. People start telling the truth around you. Masks start slipping. Hidden agendas become transparent. This is why they're so desperate to destroy you before you fully step into your power. What they don't understand is that their desperation is actually accelerating your elevation. Each attack they launch is like a booster rocket, propelling you higher into your destiny. The more they try to push you down, the more the universe lifts you up. It's as if creation itself is offended by their audacity and responds by increasing your favor in direct proportion to their hatred. Watch how this plays out in your life. Every season of intense opposition is immediately followed by an unprecedented breakthrough. Someone close to you, or someone who used to be close to you, made a catastrophic error in judgment. They listened to the wrong people. They chose temporary comfort over eternal truth. They prioritized the opinions of those who promised them things they could never deliver over the authentic connection they had with you. Now they're watching from the sidelines as your life unfolds exactly as it was meant to, while their world built on compromises and lies is crumbling around them. This person is experiencing something they never anticipated, the torture of knowing they walked away from gold to chase fool's gold. They're seeing your peace, your growth, your continued success, and it's driving them to distraction, because deep down they know they made the wrong choice. They're watching others receive the blessing of your presence while they sit with the consequences of their betrayal. The irony is delicious. They tried to isolate you, but they only isolated themselves. You've been holding back. You've been keeping quiet about things you've witnessed, staying silent about truths you know, choosing peace over justice because you thought that was the spiritual thing to do. You've been protecting people who wouldn't hesitate to throw you under the bus if it served their purposes. That season is ending, chosen one. The universe is about to hand you the microphone, and when you finally use your voice, the ripple effects will be beyond anything you can imagine. There's evidence sitting in your possession right now, conversations you remember word for word, documents you saved without knowing why, witnesses to events that others pretend never happened. You've been a meticulous collector of truth, not out of malice, but out of an intuitive understanding that someday these receipts would be needed, that someday is approaching fast. The cosmic courtroom is being prepared, and you're about to be called as the star witness in your own vindication. The most beautiful part of this divine comedy is how your silence has been speaking louder than their words ever could. While they've been running around trying to convince people you're the problem, you've been living your life with such consistency and integrity that their stories sound more ridiculous with each telling. Time has become your greatest ally. Every month that passes makes it more obvious who was telling the truth and who was desperately trying to control a narrative that never belonged to them in the first place. Your behavior during this persecution has been creating a masterpiece of character that no amount of slander can paint over. People have been watching how you handle betrayal, how you respond to lies, how you treat those who have hurt you. Your grace under pressure has been writing a testimony that speaks louder than any defense you could offer. This is why when the truth finally emerges, your vindication won't just clear your name, it will establish you as someone people want to follow. But something is shifting in the atmosphere right now. That evidence you've been quietly collecting, not out of vindictiveness, but out of an intuitive knowing that truth would eventually need witnesses, is about to become relevant. The universe has been preparing the stage for your vindication, and all the players are finally in position. The same people who tried to silence you are about to discover that your voice carries more weight than they ever imagined possible. There's a moment coming that will feel like divine intervention because it essentially is. Information is about to surface that will completely reframe everything that's happened to you. The narrative that has been carefully constructed to make you look like the villain is about to collapse under the weight of undeniable evidence. When this happens, the speed at which public opinion shifts will be breathtaking. People will be apologizing for believing lies about you before you even ask for an apology. Your reputation has been building in ways you haven't even been aware of. People you've helped are talking about you. Lives you've changed are testimonies to your character. Even your enemy's friends are starting to question why someone would be so obsessed with destroying someone who only seems to lift others up. The contrast is becoming impossible to ignore, and that contrast is painting a picture that no amount of slander can distort. The beautiful irony is that your enemy's obsession with you has actually become your greatest marketing campaign. They've been talking about you so much that people who never would have known your name are now curious about who you are and why you have this person so worked up. Their hatred has become your advertisement. Their criticism has become your credentials. Their opposition has become your opportunity. There's someone specific who's been watching this whole situation unfold, someone who knew you before all this chaos started. They've been witnessing the campaign against you while simultaneously watching you rise above it with such grace that it's actually been painful for them to watch. They're realizing that they backed the wrong horse, chose the wrong side, and believed the wrong story. The guilt is eating them alive because they know better. They've seen your heart. They've experienced your genuine care. They know that the person being described in these rumors bears no resemblance to the person they actually know. This person has been having sleepless nights, wrestling with their conscience, knowing they need to speak up but terrified of the consequences. They've been watching injustice unfold while staying silent, and it's been killing them slowly. But their breaking point is approaching. There's only so long someone with a conscience can watch truth be buried before they feel compelled to dig it up. Their moment of courage is coming, and when it arrives, it will trigger an avalanche of truth that buries every lie that's been told about you. The breakthrough that's coming isn't just about vindication, it's about elevation. All of this opposition has been preparing you for a level of influence and impact that you couldn't have handled before going through this refining fire. Every lie told about you has been strengthening your discernment. Every betrayal has been teaching you about loyalty. Every attack has been building your spiritual muscles for the battles ahead. You're not just getting your reputation back, you're stepping into a completely new level of your destiny. What your persecutors don't realize is that they've been doing the universe's work without knowing it. Every trial they've put you through has been preparing you for greater responsibility. Every test they've administered has been qualifying you for higher levels of authority. They thought they were destroying you, but they were actually forging you into the weapon heaven needed for the battles ahead. The irony is exquisite. Your enemies have been your unwitting trainers, preparing you to take down forces far greater than themselves. Right now, there are people in positions of influence who have been quietly watching how you've handled this persecution. They've been impressed by your restraint, moved by your dignity, and convinced by your consistency. They're about to open doors for you that will make your enemies' heads spin. The same platforms they tried to destroy you on are about to become launching pads for your greatest victories. The same communities they tried to turn against you are about to become your greatest supporters. The financial breakthrough that's been building in the spiritual realm is about to manifest in the physical realm. Money that has been withheld from you through manipulation and sabotage is about to flow toward you with supernatural speed. Opportunities that were blocked by human interference are about to open through divine intervention. The abundance that is rightfully yours is about to overwhelm every barrier that was erected to keep it from you. And that person who orchestrated so much of this chaos, they're about to face consequences that will make it crystal clear to everyone involved what really happened here. The universe has been building a case against them, with evidence that goes far beyond anything you could have gathered on your own. Their pattern of behavior with others is about to be exposed. Their manipulation tactics are about to be laid bare. Their true character is about to be revealed in ways that will make your vindication undeniable. When all of this comes to light, your response is going to shock everyone who thought they knew how this story would end. Because chosen ones like you don't operate from a place of revenge, you operate from a place of restoration. Your goal was never to destroy them, it was to stop them from destroying others. Your mission was never personal vendetta, it was cosmic justice. When the truth finally emerges, your grace in victory will be even more powerful than your strength in persecution. The people who stood by you during this dark season are about to understand what a privilege it was to witness your character under pressure. They're going to realize they weren't just supporting a friend, they were aligning themselves with someone the universe had marked for greatness. Their loyalty during your testing phase has qualified them to be part of your triumph phase. The bonds forged in this fire are going to last lifetimes, and these people are about to be elevated alongside you as rewards for their faithfulness. Meanwhile, those who abandoned you or turned against you are experiencing something they didn't expect: regret. Not just the surface-level regret of making a mistake, but the soul-deep regret of knowing they walked away from something real to chase something fake. They're watching you flourish without them and realizing that they traded gold for fool's gold. Some of them are preparing to swallow their pride and attempt to make amends, but they're terrified because they know they don't deserve your forgiveness. Your capacity for forgiveness doesn't mean you're obligated to restore access. You can release resentment without rebuilding bridges. You can wish someone well from a distance without welcoming them back into proximity. The wisdom you've gained through this experience has taught you the difference between being loving and being naive, between having a good heart and having poor boundaries. The return attempts are coming. People from your past who sided against you are about to resurface with apologies and explanations. They're going to claim they were manipulated, misled, or confused. Some of these claims will be genuine, others will be strategic moves to position themselves for the success they sense is coming your way. Your discernment has been sharpened to the point where you'll be able to distinguish between authentic repentance and opportunistic positioning with laser precision. Your voice is about to carry weight. It's never carried before. When you finally decide to tell your side of the story, and you will, because the truth demands to be heard, people are going to listen with attention and respect that will surprise you. Your silence during this season has only amplified the power of your eventual words. Every lie told about you has created anticipation for your truth. Every rumor spread about you has built an audience for your reality. The timing of your vindication is divinely orchestrated. It's not happening too early, when people might dismiss it as defensiveness. It's not happening too late, when people might have moved on. It's happening at the exact moment when the maximum number of people will witness the truth and learn the lesson that needs to be learned. Your situation is about to become a teaching moment for an entire community about the dangers of believing rumors and the power of authentic character. But beyond just clearing your name, what's about to unfold is going to establish you as a voice of truth in your sphere of influence. People are going to start coming to you when they need to know what's really happening in situations. Your discernment is going to be sought after. Your perspective is going to be valued. Your approval is going to be coveted. You're transitioning from being someone people talked about to being someone people come to. The supernatural protection that has been surrounding you throughout this ordeal is about to become visible to everyone around you. What seemed like luck or coincidence will be revealed as divine intervention. The attacks that should have destroyed you but mysteriously failed will be recognized as evidence of heavenly favor. Your enemies will be forced to acknowledge that there's something different about you, something they can't touch or taint no matter how hard they try. Your enemies are about to learn a hard truth. When you come against someone the universe has chosen, you're not just fighting that person, you're fighting the force that chose them. Every weapon formed against you hasn't just failed to prosper, it's turned back on those who wielded it. Every tongue that rose against you in judgment hasn't just been proven wrong, it's been exposed as the lying tongue it always was. The evidence vault that heaven has been building on your behalf is about to be opened. Conversations that were thought to be private are about to be revealed. Actions that were hidden in darkness are about to be brought into the light. The truth that has been suppressed through intimidation and manipulation is about to break free with explosive force. When this happens, the speed and completeness of your vindication will leave everyone speechless. The same people who whispered about you in corners are about to speak your name with respect in public. The same individuals who tried to make you small are about to witness you stepping into a largeness they never thought possible. The same voices that attempted to diminish your influence are about to be silenced by the undeniable evidence of your authentic power. And in that moment of complete vindication, when all the lies are exposed and all the truth is revealed, you'll understand why you had to go through everything exactly as it happened. Every betrayal positioned you for this breakthrough. Every attack prepared you for this victory. Every moment of persecution was actually preparation for your elevation. The name you've been making for yourself, the name that started with whispers of hatred, is about to echo with shouts of celebration. Hey, this is Mike Inari, cutting into your regularly scheduled Chosen One programming for just a moment. We are the founders of the Obsidian Inner Order and the Astral Atom Network, and we're done playing nice. We're in a spiritual war. You know it. We know it. We know it. And we're out here bleeding for this mission full time. I'm hungry for fourth-dimensional Archon blood, but we need the ammunition. So listen, when you join the Inner Order, you're not just supporting us. You're getting access to exclusive tools they never wanted you to have. Psychic self-defense training, targeted individual intel, spiritual warfare tactics they scrub from the internet. And every week, we meet in secret, chosen ones only on Zoom. No filters, no fluff, just real gnosis, real family, real power. It's a 360-degree win. You get what you need. We get to keep fighting, so don't just watch. Drop a like, share this video to everyone you know now, and join the Obsidian Inner Order. Let's finish what we started. Link in the description. Let's fricking go. What's happening right now extends far beyond personal vindication. Your breakthrough is connected to a larger awakening that's sweeping across the collective consciousness. Other chosen ones, scattered across the globe, are experiencing similar patterns of persecution, followed by vindication. The universe is simultaneously elevating truth-tellers everywhere, creating a network of authentic voices that cannot be silenced or corrupted. Your individual victory is part of a cosmic restoration of balance between light and darkness. The The energy you've been carrying has been infectious in ways you never realized. People who spent time in your presence walked away differently, even if they couldn't articulate why. Your frequency has been quietly reprogramming others to seek truth over comfort, authenticity over approval, integrity over advantage. This is why your enemies have been so desperate to stop you. They understood intuitively that your influence was spreading like wildfire through their carefully constructed matrices of deception. Some of the people who initially believed the lies about you have been experiencing cognitive dissonance for months. They've been having dreams about you, unexpected moments of clarity where they questioned what they were told, sudden realizations that the stories they heard didn't align with the energy they felt from you. These internal conflicts have been growing stronger, creating cracks in the foundation of lies that was built around your character. When the truth finally emerges, these people will feel relief more than surprise. They've been waiting for permission to trust their own intuition about you. The work you've been doing on yourself during this season of isolation has been preparing you for responsibilities that extend far beyond your current circumstances. You've been developing skills in spiritual warfare that will be essential for the larger battles ahead. The discernment you've gained, the boundaries you've learned to establish, the inner strength you've cultivated, these are tools you'll need to help others navigate similar trials. Your personal liberation is the first step toward liberating others who are trapped in the same patterns of manipulation and control. There's a generational element to what you've been experiencing. Patterns of abuse, manipulation and control that have been passed down through family lines are being broken through your refusal to accept treatment that doesn't honor your worth. The trauma cycles that have repeated for decades are grinding to a halt because you chose to heal rather than perpetuate the dysfunction. Your children, whether biological or spiritual, will inherit a completely different legacy because of the stand you've taken during this crucial moment. Your enemies have been unknowingly participating in their own downfall by creating documentation of their deception. Every lie they've told has been recorded somewhere. Every manipulation they've executed has left digital footprints. Every time they've contradicted themselves, someone has been taking notes. The evidence against them has been accumulating automatically without any effort on your part. When the revelation comes, the sheer volume of proof will be overwhelming. The relationships that survive this purification process are going to be stronger than anything you've experienced before. The people who stood by you when the pressure was highest have proven themselves worthy of your deepest trust. These connections are being forged in spiritual fire, creating bonds that cannot be broken by gossip, manipulation or external pressure. You're not just keeping friends, you're gaining family members who have chosen you based on character rather than convenience. Meanwhile, the psychological impact on your accusers has been more severe than they've let on. The constant effort required to maintain lies is exhausting. The mental energy needed to keep their stories straight has been draining them. The guilt of knowing they're participating in injustice has been eating away at their peace. Some of them are experiencing physical symptoms from the stress of living in opposition to truth. Their bodies are rejecting the lies their minds are trying to maintain. There's been a spiritual education happening throughout this entire ordeal that extends beyond just your personal growth. Everyone who has participated in this drama, whether as ally or enemy, has been receiving lessons about the nature of truth, the power of character, and the consequences of choices. Some have been willing students, others have been resistant, but the curriculum has been the same for everyone. Authentic power versus manipulative control, genuine love versus emotional exploitation, real strength versus artificial dominance. Your silence during the most intense periods of attack has been building something powerful in the spiritual atmosphere. Every word you didn't speak in your own defense has been adding weight to the words you will eventually speak. Every response you hold back has been increasing the impact of your eventual response. When you finally break your silence, the accumulated power behind your voice will be like a dam bursting, unstoppable and overwhelming. The wisdom you've gained about human nature during this process is invaluable. You can now spot manipulation tactics from a distance. You recognize the signs of jealousy disguised as concern. You understand the difference between genuine criticism and malicious destruction. You know how to distinguish between people who are teachable and those who are simply destructive. These skills will serve you well as you step into greater levels of influence and responsibility. There's been an interesting phenomenon occurring where people who initially opposed you have been unconsciously seeking your approval, even while publicly criticizing you. They've been monitoring your responses to their attacks, hoping for validation or attention. They've been studying your behavior, trying to understand the source of your peace. They've been obsessing over your success while attempting to undermine it. This paradox reveals the deep hunger they have for what you represent, even as they resist it. The legal and professional protections that are about to surround you will make it impossible for anyone to attack you through official channels again. Doors are opening in institutional settings that will give you platforms to share your truth with audiences who have the power to create systematic change. Your voice is about to be amplified through mechanisms that your enemies cannot touch or corrupt. The same systems they hoped would work against you are about to work for you. Your story is about to become a case study in divine justice that inspires others for generations to come. People will study how truth ultimately prevailed despite overwhelming opposition. They'll analyze how characters triumph over conspiracy. They'll examine how spiritual laws supersede human manipulation. Your experience will become a template for others who find themselves under similar attack, showing them that victory is not only possible but inevitable for those who maintain their integrity. As the final pieces of this cosmic puzzle fall into place, understand that your vindication will arrive with such force and clarity that no one will be able to deny it. The truth will be so obvious, the evidence so overwhelming, the reversal so complete, that even your most dedicated enemies will be forced to acknowledge what has happened. Your name will be cleared, not just in whispers but in declarations. Your character will be restored, not just privately but publicly. Your reputation will be rehabilitated, not just among friends but among strangers who will seek you out specifically because of how you handled this trial. The circle closes here, where it began, but everything has been transformed. You are making a name for yourself, chosen one, but now you understand what that name really represents. It's not just your identity, it's your authority. It's not just your reputation, it's your responsibility. It's not just what people call you, it's what heaven has commissioned you to become. The attacks were never about destroying you, they were about forging you. The persecution was never about defeating you, it was about defining you. You are chosen, and your choosing is about to become undeniably obvious to everyone who ever doubted it. The transformation is complete. Your time